Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is the 25th of March. Happy birthday, Yasmin, Habib Baba. This is for AAA. And the adjuster. Everything is documented. AAA has been trying, or like everyone else, like all Cobra America doing, frauding people along with the state, insurance and all the service, everything is frauded. Okay? And there is no hidden thing about it. Who did what and when is not gonna jive no more. And that's why I'm making these videos. Not only for Mohammed Shaban, but for millions of people that they've been frauded out of their livelihood by insurance companies and the state and the federal government and banks and all these clowns, all these criminals. But they continue to commit these crimes against masses. All right? Now, that's all said. Let's focus on that car. The 2009. My ex-wife and my boys, my sons, they wanted to give this car to their sister. And my ex, she donated the car to Institute of Southland American Muslims so I can get it all running and give it to my daughter. That was the plan. The car was towed from Lancaster, where my son is staying, to San Bernardino, which is a shop that worked and fix the car. When the towing company took this car from Lancaster, they damaged the front end. And that's not a news thing. It's not news. It's always happening. Because most of these cars are front-wheel drive. Got the car to the shop, and a solution body shop. It's a full service mechanics and everything. They took the car, got a brand new engine, rebuilt the engine from A to Z, did everything possibly could. And I had to wait because I was paying for my own Social Security. This is the income for the Institute of Southland American Muslims. That's how I'm financing the Institute of Southland American Muslims from my own reward. This is the only money I'm getting. So I made payments and the car was taken care of. After 4 weeks, it was ready and I drove it, and I was advised by the mechanic to drive it, to take it easy because it's a brand new engine and you have to break everything in, and I did everything and I drove it, not very hard for the first 300 or 500 miles. And the car perfectly, everything was working, everything is fine. Brand new car, brand new engine. That's like, by the time 1,500 miles or so, then it started shaking real bad. Engine is strong, transmission is good, everything is perfect. but that front end damage, because it's the front wheel drive, and I think the torque and the force and everything, it's like the engine is gonna fly out. And because I wasn't driving that much on the freeway, I would just drive from the train station to where I'm staying at, and from, sometimes I go on the freeway when I, go to gym or so. But most of the long distance, I did not put more than 2,100 miles within like almost 2 months in the car. Now, yes, I gone through a couple of butt holes. No, but I'm sorry, puddle. The holes in the streets, broke it. Dark and everything in San Bernardino, and streets are, And a friend of mine also has damaged his car because he was dropping me off, and he still reminds me with it. But that beside the fact that the car was already front end damage, so all the force and everything. But anyway, I took the car to the shop where he did all the work, and he told me that the motor mount are broken, and there is a front end damage. There is some that is in the front end that is making the car, And I believe he fixed it because I paid for it. He added to the charge of the everything. So I took the car and I drove it, and I didn't notice that until but now I had to go because my ex tragic death. So I and my sons, we drove, and we were going to South Carolina. And I was intending now to go back with the car because it's going to cost a lot of money, a lot of more for them and I to fly back. So I said, I will drive back here and then get the car all again, checked out and everything before I take it back to my daughter. And sure enough, when I got my son is a mechanic, and when I was driving, he said, "Baba, this car is something wrong with it. It is, there is a drag somehow, and when I accelerate, it does not shift right, and it didn't do this, after it took a while for everything to get snapped." And he said, "Baba, I'm afraid that this car is gonna break down." Some wrong. It's not mechanically, it is because of the damage that has been done by AAA when they tow it from the first place. And of course, the bumps on streets. I get sometimes, a blank. I can't get the right term sometimes, but this is some else because I'm a foreigner. Now, the insurance company always wanted to con you out of everything. They wanted to get the money, but they don't want to provide the service. Whatever some that is, oh well, that, and she, the adjuster, told me that, oh well, your premium is gonna go up. Why? There is no accidents. Not that some I did. Oh well, you want to throw the holes in the streets or whatever, and he damaged the front end. No, the front end was already damaged from your truck, from towing it to the service place that they did all the work. Of course, that might add to it, but this was the damage, and I wasn't. It's not something to be penalized for. There is no police report of an accident. There is nothing, and there's not because and that's what they've been doing. And I have a history with them, and I filed with this. I don't know why I'm filing with the insurance commissioner, state insurance commissioner. But you will always get the same letter. Oh, well, pound sand, buddy. You and millions of you. You talking about? Okay, so all of this, I don't know what else to document because they keep saying, oh, well, who did what and when. And penal codes and exhibits. Now I know that they're gonna start dicing and slicing and everything, and the state is gonna say, "Oh well, this," and everybody wants to get everything because because someone stand up and say. And this has been happening for many years, not thousands. I'm sorry, thousands, for many years. It's not like some that's hitting. Guys are fraud. You're frauding everyone and everything. The state is doing it, the federal government is doing it, and because they have no say over it. Corporate America on charge. Zionist terrorist organization. Feasting on everyone and everything, everywhere in the globe. And thinking that they are the owner of the globe. Satan. Shaitan. Hezbollah Shaitan. That's it. Now you can translate it, Google it, do whatever, and say Muhammad Shibali is whatever. You go right ahead, fellas and fellets. Alrighty, this is for the insurance company, AAA, an adjuster and everything. And it's gonna be all, put in my website, our website. Institute of Southland American Muslims, because we are an advocate for everyone and everything, and who did what and when. Now go with the facts, go with the exhibits, and phone calls and communications, and if that means anything, e-files and Blue Ghost and everything else. Need to take care of it. Now, this also was my medical transport. And sometimes it was driven by the in-home service support, the person that's taking care of me. That the county is taking the money in our names, pushing us to the curb and say who did what and when. Department of Aging and Department of Fraud and Department. Institute of Southland American Muslims. Since I got my disability and I had an income after the government, both the state and the federal, were conning us out of our money, including my children, including my ex, including everyone. That's how I finance the Institute of Southland American Muslims, and Google it again and see where the money go. Direct Express, another fraud. Another fraud. Okay? Need to take care of it. And stop harassing me and intimidating, That's it. This is for AAA. And you're going to get a copy of it along with everywhere else. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.